good discussion, a very common, simplistic view that all language learners should know is the idea about animate versus inanimate. Gishpen gego bimada zimagak gema bimada ze migwe giga gikandan gishpen abjituyan and nishanabemwan. You will know that certain objects are animate just from the way they're handled in the language. For instance, in English, if I ask you to bring this child over here to me, you just use the word bring, and the word is not different. If you're asking about bring the chair over here, it's still bring, B-R-I-N-G, bring. The only thing you're saying is bring it versus bring him. Well, in English, or excuse me, in the Anishinaabe, there's two separate words altogether, bij, bidun. And what happens is that if you talk about bij, you automatically are saying bring him here. Whereas bidun, you're talking about bring it here. And so in the language and the culture, when we talk about, in English, if you see a drum sitting over here, Dewe'igan. In English, you would just say, "Bring it here," and you wouldn't think nothing of it. But when you think about it, in English, you automatically are referring to this object as just a it. It's not alive. It's just an object. Well, in the Anishinaabe one, bij oma Dewe'igan. Bring the drum here, what you're saying is bring him here. And so you realize that this drum is a person. And so once you realize that, then automatically you know that it should be treated as such, to treat it like a sacred person. And so then you would automatically ask, does it have a name? Yes, it does. Drums, sacred drums, have names, and just like you and I. And so they eat just like us. They are feasted. So when I was smaller, gigashian and gi windamago giga wikundimin giga jamin yote wea endad. We kongea au Dewe'igan. We just ngi gaun wika ngi wabandazin ye. We just ho one ni we ja gam shiwika ni shama si au Dewe'igan. So when I was younger, when I was invited to a drum feast, not really knowing what that is, a drum, okay, that's an animate object. We're gonna feast a drum. So I was thinking literally, I never feasted a drum before. I didn't even know they could eat. So my envision was that somehow we're going to open the lid on a drum, put food in, or watch them eat, and just the way you and I consume food is what I envisioned we're going to do. So we're sitting there and having a ceremony, having an elder speak for the food, then everybody passes the food around, and we go put a dish of it out in the woods, and everybody eats. So I'm sitting there, and I asked my father, when are we going to feast the drum? When is the drum going to eat? We've already fed him. Oh, I must have missed it. And so later on the way home, I asked for an explanation. I didn't see the drum being feasted. Oh no, he says, you don't see it. You address verbally, so it's a spiritual happening. And so that opened my eyes to a lot of things. The things we conjure up, the things we say, all are about spiritual aspects.